Accountability. By no means can I portray myself as a saint. We've all made mistakes, which is only a stepping stone to being human. The goal of this video is to not only highlight what narcissistic abuse looks like and how to maneuver through it, but to also show where I went wrong in the process. If you know the people I'm talking about in this video, good for you. If you don't, it's probably best it stays that way. With that being said, let's get into it. What does it look like? Narcissism can take many forms, but from my experience, it looks more like control. In men, the need to control a woman's uterus and who she has sex with. A lot of men are insecure, hence why they feel the need to lie, gaslight, and secretly compete with the other gender to get what they want, their womb. As for women, this usually looks like control over the mind. Their ultimate goal is to demasculate you into thinking you can't achieve more. Both types of abuse, regardless of gender, will start to show effects in your peace, your self-confidence, and sadly enough, your finances as well. Their ultimate goal is to destroy you into thinking they are the best option for you. More times than not, they know you can do better. They just don't want you to know that. It's not until you acknowledge the love and the worth you have within that you can begin acknowledging that you do deserve better. How has this affected me? I've experienced a secret competition, jealousy, and ill intent in multiple areas of my life. But the ones that did the most damage was the ones on an intimate level. A little over a year ago, I was dating someone for almost 2 years. I started off in fairy tale land, basically, but that slowly started to fade. By the time I was able to see how toxic the situation really came, I was already attached. I was at a point where nothing in my life was going how I wanted it to. That relationship was serving as a blockage in my life. It was causing so much mental conflict that my perceptions on life and the steps I needed to take were becoming smeared. I felt stuck in a toxic cycle that I didn't know how to get myself out of. Well, what's the fallout? What really brought that relationship to an end was infidelity on both ends. Let me make that clear, because that's where accountability kicks in. The real breaking point in narcissistic traits start showing when I got blamed for everything. The gaslighting, manipulation, and lies that were happening the whole relationship came to surface. However, this is also where the lifelong lessons began to come over me. What I thought was love was just an unhealthy attachment. This was a month after my awakening, so my intuition was at an all-time high. I was able to see, hear, and feel everything she was doing behind closed doors. That ultimately broke me more as she continued to lie about the truths of the situation. Foolishly, I put the infidelity to the side and tried to focus on the root of the problem, how we treated each other. Unfortunately, that just led to more gaslighting, and you can see that here. Once I came to the realization that I deserved more than what was being offered, that's where the true healing began. So what was that healing process? So, after that event, I made it almost like an oath to purge out all toxic traits and ways of thinking. I started reading and building my spiritual connection to God. I started going in nature, putting my foot in the grass, and meditating. The normal things people say you should be doing anyways. I was still pretty broken, however. I made the initiative to grow, which is honestly all that mattered. After a while, my destiny started to peek through the soil. The things that fulfilled me emotionally started to show themselves. Shortly after, an old friend presented herself. She kind of kick-started me into my healing because I was able to see traits in her that I thought was missing in other people. I used the safe space she was offering with no expectations of anything in return to really lock down on my purpose. By no means was it peaches and cream afterwards. I still had to do the healing myself that was required by God for me to embody the person He needed me to become. I've always said I wanted to inspire and teach, but none of that is possible without going through the hard lessons myself. You have to be able to see long term. If your vision is only stuck on the present, it's very hard to have faith and create a logical game plan. There has to be a balance between being present and being a visionary, because they both work together. So what have I learned? I've learned to put more trust into myself than other people. If I would have listened to my friends and my relatives, I would still be stuck in that situation. After a year of only dealing with people, places, and things that I love and reciprocates that love, I was able to overcome all the past things I've went through. So, for anyone dealing with narcissistic abuse or even think that's what you're experiencing, my advice to you is to distance yourself and realize you do have a way out. On the other side of putting yourself first is a life full of love, abundance, and prosperity. Take it from me. I know it's not easy, but that doesn't mean it's impossible. Go after the things that make you happy. I love you. Sincerely, Jay.